Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another class. This is for the May 1st through the May 5th. It's going to be the video for the entire week, except for one. I will be making one this week. But this is another installment of In Case You Missed It. Look, I even threw a title on there. So this is In Case You Missed It. What we're going to be doing today is, since we are writing our 1812 essays, if Americans should have gotten into war with Great Britain again, or as we're calling it, my ex wanted me back, but I said no. We're going to learn how to write probably the hardest thing to write, which is your introduction. Okay, now what I want you to think about in terms of introduction is this idea that the introduction is an upside down triangle. So a triangle not on the base, it's at the point. And with that, it goes from very general to very specific. The very point of the triangle being your thesis statement. Now, when we talk about that, when I say the word thesis statement, I mean it like this. The thesis statement is the most important sentence that you can write for your paper because it tells the audience where you're going. Also tells the audience what arguments you're going to make. So it's going to be the answer to the question. So the question that I'm using for this example today was Thomas Jefferson a hypocrite? Something that we did a while ago. And it would start out by saying Thomas Jefferson is a hypocrite because, and so on and so forth. Now, when you have your thesis statement, that should be the first thing you write before you even start. That's going to be your last sentence, at least for now, the last sentence of your first paragraph. And so I'm going to show you how to go from general to specific. And what I want you to notice is this paragraph that's going to show up on your screen is this every single sentence is going to get a little more specific, a little more specific, a little more, to the point where it gets to your thesis statement, and that's the argument that you're making. Okay? So this is the example. So I'm going to shrink in size. Yay. Out of everything that nature has created, human beings might be the most complex. See? It's a very general statement. Can go any number of ways with that. People wouldn't even really disagree with it. So out of everything that nature has created, human beings might be the most complex. Humans can be deceiving or say something that they don't mean. Okay, went from all human beings to humans being deceiving. All humans do this, important to not important humans, leaders to followers. So we went from all humans to people who lead and to people who follow. Do you see that? As important people go, the president is exceptional. And this idea of being complex does not stop with them. So we went from all human beings that can be deceiving, human beings being important and not important, so see how it's thinning down, to specifically the president. See how I did that in 3-4 sentences? And it's a natural flow of things. It goes with that river flow that we've been trying to do for so long. Presidents are full of controversy, some more than others. Okay, now we're looking at presidents who are controversial. Thomas Jefferson, our third president, is no exception to this statement. Okay, went from all presidents to just Thomas Jefferson. So we went from all humans being deceiving, important humans and not, or like leaders and followers, the president, to controversial presidents, to the third president. So you see how it's getting more specific? He is so complex that some people, rightfully so, call him a hypocrite. All right, you already see my stance. I'm going to call Thomas Jefferson a hypocrite. It sets up the next sentence. Went from all human beings to Thomas Jefferson being a hypocrite. Now here's the thesis. Thomas Jefferson is a hypocrite because when compared to his actions, his words meant the exact opposite. In your case, you're going to be giving me more reasons than that, but this is just an example. Is it a great example? Maybe, maybe not. But still an example nonetheless. So see how I did that. I went from this general statement to the very specific arguable statement. And I'm going to really emphasize the arguability. Because if you just say Thomas Jefferson's a bad president, that can't be argued because it's your opinion. You need to have evidence or reasoning behind it. So I put in there When compared to his actions, his words meant the exact opposite. So I'm talking about specifically how his actions prove that he was a hypocrite compared to his words. Does that make sense? If you have any questions with that, let me know in class. Shoot me an email. But I also want to talk to you about conclusions, because basically they're the opposite. So what you need to do with your conclusions is you need to go from very specific by restating your thesis to very general. Maybe you might end on a challenge, or you might end on a question that you want to ask, or what this raises, or some bit of information that you want the audience to take away. But it starts from very specific to general. It's the opposite of the introduction. When you do your body paragraphs, that's just your reasoning. So you're just going to have to do like very solid paragraphs on one topic. Don't give me a whole list of things that Thomas Jefferson did. Don't give me a whole list of reasons why we went to war in 1812. Give me one, support it, and give it reason as well. If you have any questions, let me know. Shoot me an email. See me in class. Anything like that. Your essays, I have decided, are going to be due on Friday. I think it's May 5th. Friday at 11:59 p.m. So if you say I didn't know that, I will play this part of the video and show you. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys had a great weekend and you're going to have a great week. See ya.